Republican Congressman Matt Gaetz cruised to a fairly easy primary victory this week, and because he's in a deep red district, he is most likely going to get reelected. Now, the investigation that's going on with him could derail all of that, but we'll deal with that when it comes, if it comes. But Matt Gaetz says he's already got a plan. He and Jim Jordan been working together. They know exactly how Republicans are going to ruin the federal government should Republicans take back the House of Representatives in the midterm. So here is Matt Gaetz explaining how he and Jim Jordan are destroying the government. Take a look.
I have a vision that is specific for the Republican control of the House and divided government. We have to convert every single committee to an oversight committee. And once we commit to that paradigm, then you can say, okay, you don't have to create like a select committee. You just assign, the Hunter Biden matter to foreign affairs. You assign vaccine injuries to the healthcare committees. You assign breaking up big tech to the Commerce Committee. You assign getting the wokeism out of our military to the Armed Services Committee. And, Jim Jordan and I started talking like this many months ago, and we've heard Kevin McCarthy really dovetail into that thinking quite nicely. So what was once kind of a radical, unprecedented perspective on how to utilize the majority now has become pretty mainstream.
So we're just going to turn every committee into an investigative committee instead of doing things like working on the budget or coming up with legislation to make your lives better or really do anything to fix any problem anywhere in the world. We're just going to investigate everything. You want Anthony Fauci investigated? Boom, we got that. You want the vaccines investigated? Boom, we got that. You want Hunter Biden investigated? We got that here, there, and everywhere. You want the DOJ investigated? No problem, Matt Gaetz says. We're going to handle each and every bit of it because me and Jim Jordan came up with this brilliant plan that, as he mentioned, and this is the most terrifying part, even House Minority Leader Kevin McCarthy appears to now be on board with. That's what Kevin McCarthy wants to do because Matt Gaetz and Jim Jordan are what? So influential, so well-liked out there among the general public? No, they may be able to easily win in their bright red districts, but they don't exactly play too well outside of their districts, And we've seen that, of course, with the events that these two morons have held, Beavis and Butthead basically is what they are, in other areas outside their district. Sparsely attended, not a whole lot of people showing up to support them. And if Kevin McCarthy wants to go along with this plan, then I say full steam ahead. Because what's the worst case scenario for Democrats if all these investigations take place? Criminals go to jail? I don't even think that's a bad case scenario, even if it's a Democrat. If somebody broke the law, hold them accountable, send them to jail, let them go through the justice system. I got no problem with that, and you shouldn't either, by the way. Best case scenario for Democrats is that Republicans spend the next 2 years in the House of Representatives doing nothing but investigations. Just investigate. Follow Matt Gaetz' plan and watch how that plays out for you in 2024. That's my best advice to Republicans. Because here's the thing. As Gaetz mentioned, he's now getting Kevin McCarthy on board. He's starting to dovetail into this idea. Because just a couple months ago, Kevin McCarthy was basically dismissing Republican plans to do nothing but investigate. Because at the time, Kevin McCarthy understood, and I think maybe it was him that said this on record or a different Republican, I don't remember, but either way, somebody with a bit of a brain at the time, said if we spend the next 2 years doing nothing but investigations, we're handing 2024 over to the Democrats. So do it. Do nothing but investigate. Listen to the brilliant Matt Gaetz' plan, right? He and the brain trust of Jim Jordan coming up with this super smart idea to not legislate, to not actually address any problems facing this country. We're just going to show the public that we're petty, vindictive little babies that just want revenge on people that we feel have somehow wronged us in the past. That is the best possible way to hand control of the House and possibly retain the White House for the Democrats in 2024. And that, of course, is already assuming that Republicans do win the midterms, which the latest polls out on Thursday morning have shown that the generic ballot for Democrats versus Republicans, that gap is still widening. Democrats now hold a 5-point lead, whereas a week ago it was a 4-point lead, whereas 4 weeks ago it was a 2-point lead. So Democrats are looking better, Republicans are looking worse, and their fevered dreams of using the House to investigate everything that's ever existed might remain fevered dreams. Because the public is opening their eyes and realizing, hey, holy crap, it may not be everything we wanted, but we're starting to get things from this Biden administration. Meanwhile, Republicans are telling us they just want to investigate things. Maybe it's smarter to stick with the party that's actually delivering for you. That's the thought process right now of millions of Americans, and Matt Gaetz is totally ignoring that because he and Jim Jordan think they're smarter than everybody. Hey everyone, this is Aspen, and did you know that for the low cost of $0 per day, you can subscribe to the Fair and Balanced YouTube channel. We also encourage you to like, comment, and share, but again, click that subscribe button and help Aspen not be so grumpy.